Kem's log, 15th of March 2015. We're heading out north, east, into a biting wind. So we can save power coming home with a tailwind. The sun is shining. It's all, but it's cold. A biting wind from the steppes of the east. Had a bit of a bum day yesterday. Taking my son to the station, 7 o'clock in the morning, driving at 90 miles an hour on the motorway, and the engine blew up. Boom, smoke, stop. Waiting for the recovery man, and then getting the car in the garage, and I had only about €3 on me, so I had to walk most of the way home, and it took me 6 hours to get home. It was a bit of a dodgy day, and now I think the car engine is totally kaput, broken. I heard all those babbits and cogs grinding up inside, so that means time for either a new motor or a new car. Such is life and technology. Could have been worse. I could have been in a light plane. Then I would have been crashed on a field, not too dissimilar to this field next to me. Today we're going in the forest for a change. Find the solitary moments where a man can take all the information in his head and proportion it into manageable proportions. All the things that happened, the arguments, the troubles, will all be put in context. Old Man River. You see that plane taking off then? That's my friend. He did a little dip of the wings to say hello. I've got my long johns on, and my legs are sweating with prickly heat. Woolen long johns. Soon that time will be over. He's following me, the guy in the plane. It's a Jewish graveyard. Spark is Jewish. Chekhov is Jewish. And I myself, James T. Kirk, I'm Jewish too. We go to this little farmhouse here and ask for the key. Ask for the key to the Jewish cemetery and take some pictures. Hello. Hello, you're not going to bite me, are you? Hey, you're not going to bite me. Hello, hey? You're not going to bite me, are you? Hey, hello. It's going to ask for the key, yeah? Hey, don't bite me. Ooh. Hey, come on then. Hey, is this the house? Is the right house? Oopla. Hey. Ring the bell. Can I ring the bell? Hey. Oh, gosh. Oi, 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 oi. Come on then. Anyway. So here we are in the Jewish graveyard. I'll take a couple of pictures in here. So it's a bit sombre in that Jewish graveyard, and they're not graves from people who got killed in the war. They're pre-39 graves, most of those, I think they are anyway. So that was when that village near that graveyard was I think about 60% Jewish or something, and that's their graveyard. But you don't see any modern graves in there, because they didn't bother with graves, did they, in them days? And as I said, it's a sombre place and no place for jokes, and it's something you don't really want to dwell on too long if you live in Germany, if you know what I mean. Yeah, it's a funny thing, so you go through some of these old villages and a lot of old people in there, and you know, you wonder what secrets are all hidden away and what horrific things have happened, but doesn't do to dwell on it. And it's a funny old business, really, because my two sons are German, and it gives you a kind of a understanding, because you know, they've got absolutely nothing to do with the Holocaust and stuff, but possibly if they went to other countries and people realised they were Germans, they could get problems saying, what about the Second World War and blah blah. But as I say, it's really got nothing to do with them at all. And that kind of stuff, you know, anyone who was born after 1930 hasn't got anything really to do with it, because they were either kids or not born. Yeah, when you think back to what happened in them days, you know, it's scary, but what worries me is the fertile ground for that to happen is becoming reality again. You know, we've seen lots of stuff happening again. Persecution of people, whether they be Jews, poor people, third world people, and you know, all that trouble people took to eradicate that way of thinking. It's all creeping back now, and can be a bit worrying, really. Lovely and peaceful up here today. A little animal just ran in the hedge there. I wonder if it a mouse it was. I wonder if it came up on camera. Don't know if the mic's picking up all the sound of the birds that have returned. Bees. Amazing temperature difference here in the shade. Freezing. Right, this is a killer, this bit. So I will decouple you from the camera and see you in a bit. Now you can see the path has been blocked by a fallen tree there. I had to just creep through the branches there to get through. Somebody will have to come and clear that. If you want some mistletoe, there's loads of mistletoe growing on there. You don't often get to see that very close because it's too far up in the tree usually. You see lots of mistletoe growing. God, I always think I know these paths like the back of my hand, but for sure I was going the right way, but once again it looks completely different to what I thought it was. And I just saw that tree, it was sawn down over the path or blown down, and all the path's covered in branches. I wonder why. This one looks like it hasn't been used for quite a long time, with the branches on the path and what have you. Maybe it's from another space-time continuum and I've just fallen through the wormhole. That's also possible, you never know. It's a bit spooky in that Jewish graveyard. I can smell food cooking here. How can I smell food cooking in the middle of the forest? I wish you could smell it. It's an unbelievably strong smell of onions and steak cooking. There's not a soul around, apart from me. Little me, all alone in this forest, finding the way, looking for the path to take me to the sunlit uplands. No one here but little me. You can see how those old Brothers Grimm stories all set in the Black Forest got about, because it is vaguely spooky here in the forest. Help. If I not too much out of my reckoning, I don't know what path I'm on, but I know I'm going to come out and I'm going to have a pint of ice cold beer this first Sunday morning. I know where I am. I'm going to come out on the fields in a minute. Thank the Lord. A bit chilly up here. Just do a quick shot of this lovely valley here. It's a bit hazy today, and then we'll go down to that pub down there and have a pint. Okay. Schön. So that feels better. Pint of shandy. I was almost tempted to go for the schnitzel and chips, but I've got a couple of sandwiches with me. So we head up back into the forest now and slowly back home. Looks like there used to be a little hut there. It's gone, burned away. The oven's still there. All burned away. Surprised it doesn't happen more often really with these little huts. There's another little hut there. A cute one. I bet some of you think I've got a fetish about these little huts. Maybe I have. It's bloody big, the Black Forest, I tell you. And the bit I'm going on is only a very small part of it. Just go to that edge down there and see if I can get a view over. Ah!